Wanting to become an email provider. Hey gang, I've been wanting to become an email provider after snatching up a premium domain, now looking for scripts that'll help me get off the ground. I'd like users to sign up and get their email address with my domain, just like Gmail or Hotmail. My experience in the web app is a long one, and I do server management and I help clients build their own in-house email solutions. Any scripts paid or open source you can take me to. Much appreciated. Yeah. There's hundreds of them, not thousands of them,
Correct.
where they're written in everything you think of: Java, PHP, Python, Ruby, you name it. There's scripts out there
for email handlers.
for just for having an email platform on your server. That's the easy part.
Correct.
That's the easy part.
I'm
the hard part is the processing of emails.
Yes.
Getting through the spam, getting through all the nonsense that comes along with maintaining emails.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, when we had a marketing company years ago in Philadelphia, and the largest part of our service was website development and hosting, right? And for the longest time, we swore, no, we're going to host your email too, and it will be spectacular. We're going to give you everything. The web hosting, email hosting, you name it, we got it. We got you covered. And the email took up 90% of our day and was the bane of our existence. Yep. I didn't get that email from my client. My email didn't get through. Why am I getting all this spam? Blah, blah, blah. And the best, before you continue, the best was always the ones that I missed an email and it cost me $1 million.
Right.
And they want to sue you for it, of course. I'm going to sue you. I lost all this business because of you because that email didn't come through. Stay away.
Correct.
Stay away.
So we used to do the same thing.
So you know my pain.
We were hosting emails up until 3 years ago. So we were like the integrated digital. You would come to us. One of the reasons we liked hosting their emails is it allowed us to set up things like tracking emails, and like it allowed us to measure the success of a marketing campaign, right? And by us hosting the emails, nobody would complain if we set up 5 different tracking email accounts to be able to track what was coming in and going through. So for us, it was a no-brainer. We might as well just offer them, host their email for free, because the challenge in my industry is always proving, did the marketing work, right? Because we got no phone calls, we got no leads. You did, right? But if I can't track it and shove it in your face, it never happened, right? And it got to the point where we were in the exact same shoes, that 99% of the person doing the support was spending their time on supporting emails, not the other stuff that actually mattered far more. So we ended up just going, no, we're done.
Yep. We turned all of our email accounts over to another system. I think it was like Firebase or something like that.
We told everybody,
good luck.
Yeah. We told everybody,
all yours.
Go on Outlook or go on.
And the worst part was everyone expected to be part of the website hosting. And the website hosting would charge maybe $50 a month. Mm-hmm. For $50 a month, we're on the phone with people for hours.
Yes.
And hours and hours.
For emails.
For $50 a month, just for emails. Mm-hmm. The websites are running fine. No issues with the websites.
Always the email.
It's always the emails.
So let's not kill this idea.
Okay. Really? I want to kill it.
No, I don't want to kill it.
I want to save this person a lot of problems.
I know, but
Go ahead.
I mean, you have the major email players out there, right? You have Outlook or Microsoft, which owns a bunch of them. You have Yahoo Comcast, which owns a bunch of them. And then you have Gmail, right? But then you have all these like little sub-providers like Spectrum So, I mean, there's got to be a way, if you want to do this as a business, there has got to be a way to set up a email service provider, because I mean, you can't even get a hold of Google email support.
No.
Right? So somehow they're getting away with having an email service with really no support. I mean, same thing with Outlook. Outlook doesn't really have any support.
Why do you think Google has an email service? They don't make money off it. They don't charge. They businesses.
They want to know more about you.
Exactly.
It's all about.
Yes, that's exactly.
It's all about
right.
the money. It's all about.
They know everything about you because of your email.
Same thing with Microsoft, right?
But that's what I'm saying. There's a bigger play here, right? Google didn't start off as an email provider. Google started off as a search engine, and they said, we need to know more about our people. How do we do that? Here's an idea. Let's start an email service, and when everyone uses that, we'll know everything about them.
Correct.
Right? Now, this, unless I'm wrong, is just an email service.
Yeah, but
That hurts.
I want to know what the domain is.
It does. He does make the domain sound kind of fun.
Right? Like,
I'm really curious what the domain is.
I don't know if this has to be bleeped out, but do you remember that there was an email provider that offered free emails that was whatthefuck.com?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I actually had an email address with them.
Did you?
Just because I thought it was hysterical when I had to, put in your email address for our discounts. And I'm like, I will.
That's funny. Yeah, I did. I do remember. That was a while ago.
Oh, yeah. That was like late 90s, early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it's 20 years ago.
Man, I'm old.
I know.
20. It's more than that. 24.
Well, I think it was early 2000s.
Okay.
Right? So call it 20 years ago.
I'm old. Wow. So, all right.
No. But
I get it. I know what he wants to do. I know why he wants to do it. I feel it. I feel the energy there. I'm all about it, except no, you can't. Your life is going to be miserable trying to deal with the people. Unless, quite frankly, it's you signed up for it, you get what you get, and hands off.
Yeah, but that's what Google does. That's what AOL does. That's what all of them do now. Is if you are not paying for,
I don't think so. I think they do a really good, especially Google. They do a really good job with spam filtering.
Correct.
And they have to, otherwise people will jump ship.
Correct. Right.
And that costs them money.
But there's no support. You have no one to call and say, hey, I didn't get that email that cost me $1 million.
You don't have anyone to
business.
call, but you can submit a support ticket. And I'm not saying that they get back to you, although I think they do.
A lot of it is now AI generated
right.
responses.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But what it does is if enough people complain about the same issue, Google will fix it.
Correct.
They will, because they can't afford to lose those people.
This guy can do it too.
Can he?
What
is he? So he hasn't said how he's making money off this. If he's making money, is he charging by the account? Well, now you need to have support. You're charging by the account. You need support.
Correct.
No question.
If you're doing that, well, even Google.
And if you're not doing it, then how are you making money? Ads, maybe.
So Google Premium Mail Services, the Google paid version.
Yeah, right.
I think at base level you only get like chatbot support.
Chatbot.
Meaning,
I know what you mean.
It used to be a human.
Yeah.
But now, like, it's mostly bots answering you until you get into
even at
like
the paid level.
Oh yeah, it always starts with, from what I can tell, because we have a client that uses it, and I'm like, you're always, regardless of how you phrase the question, you're pretty much always getting the same answers. Right?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Because
it's true.
Because like if you call Verizon. And you're like, I have no internet at my house. Yeah. The first 5 steps are always the same. They take you
Unplug, reset, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Right. Which means that technically you could have an AI. And when you get to question 6 and whatever that is, and they say, well, I did that as well and it's not working. The system simply says, hold on and I'll transfer you to someone else.
It can be human. I'll tell you why. You ever see the show The IT Crowd?
No.
It's a British show about these IT support people.
Okay.
And the one guy has the same script. Every time someone calls, he doesn't say, hello, can I help you? Did you turn it off and turn it back on again?
Yeah,
That's
right.
the first thing he says every time.
Yeah.
It's so great. So it could be a human, but it probably isn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If there's a way, like it would be a super hard market to break into. You would need the data centers alone to keep the IP addresses whitelisted.
Yes.
To keep the spammers off from using your service. Like the policing around this has to be like the rules and everything you have to have.
You're right.
Place.
You're talking about domain keys and things like
Correct.
that. This is not a simple process. You're right. That's even besides the script and setting it up. Besides the making sure people get their emails, making sure email gets out is going to be your biggest nightmare. You're right, because everyone's going to block you. You can't just have one IP address. You need thousands of IP addresses. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a much bigger task than this guy's thinking.
Correct. Or because he said, right? Didn't he say in there he's the web app?
Yeah, he's got
And he does server
sounds like he has more
management.
hardware experience than software.
Yeah, it's in the web app and server management, right?
Right.
So like he probably understands what he's getting himself into because he's just asking for scripts at this point.
Yeah.
And if someone's done server management, especially anything that ever had email on it, you got to know what you're getting yourself into. Like there's no way you're not.
Right.
I would never do it, but I'm not going to say it's an impossible task.
Oh, it's not impossible.
The last part is, well, like you asked, where are you going to make money?
Right.
Right? Because if you're not charging users,
Then it's advertising. It's only
and then you're going to be paying Google for their AdSense.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to be running AdSense or something similar on your site.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
All right.
From a business, I love the idea. I would not do it as a business.
I want to know what the domain is.
That's why I want him to do it. I want to come back here in 3 months and find out what the domain name is.